Hello everyone, this is Suarez, and I'm bringing you an ENWL match between Denmark and Turkey. As you probably know, I'm a Hungarian caster, and I choose this game randomly among the 2v2 matches, because I think 2v2s are very much interesting and different from 1v1s. And let us see our players. Who is Denmark featuring Pythonas and Thade, and their opponents are from Turkey, Raki Buzu and Beeswax. So we basically have a Terran Zerg versus Protoss Zerg matchup, and as far as I know, the Protoss Zerg matchup is slightly more common than the Terran Zerg, but I have no information whether any one of that is better than the other one. Let's see whether there is any special at the opening right now. We don't see anything yet. We already see that Thade is not going for a very early spawning pool, which would be a probable option for the Zerg in 2v2, because 2v2s are much more aggressive than 1v1s. We must also point out on this map that there is no shared bases. The players are probably gonna meet there to defend from enemy pressure. We also see a probe from Rekibuzu stealing a mineral, and the players chatting about it. And lastly, we see a spawning pool. It must have gone down around 13 or 14, probably 13. Judging from the progress bar. Probably the same at Beeswax, and let's see what our Protoss player is doing. He's bringing up his second gateway. 2 gating can be quite powerful in 2v2s, unlike 1v1s. There is already a Marine coming up and an orbital command for Pythonas. This little probe is just harassing around. He has quite a lot of no, not really enough. He's only 10 health. Tries to poke in, tries to gather as much scout information as he can. In the meanwhile, Pythonas also looking around and only has 10 left. 2 hit from this probe would kill it. And we also see the first 4 Zergling arriving to the heading to the enemy base, where I'm sure there will be no problem defending it. More Zerglings are out. Let's just see the production tab. As we see, Zergling speed is up, and we also must know the Baneling nest is under construction for Beeswax, which could be very, very powerful against Terran and Zerg, unless Thade is doing something like roaches, but as we see, he's also going for the Baneling nest. So our players are gathering here to be able to defend together against pressure. This one zealot will not really be able to do anything here, and we also see that there were Banelings morphing, but morphing was cancelled due to the little Zerglings had to go into war. And we also see that the Turkey team is advancing more and more forward here, but Denmark is able to reinforce himself. And this 4 zealot, I'm not sure he will be able to make his way home, and so it is. The first 2 Banelings are being morphed, and more basic units heading this way. This Baneling will not unfortunately morph, and there is a very tense battle going on for this middle position. Banelings being morphed in, but they cannot finish the process. And more Zerglings gather, and in some time the Turkey army will get strong. And as we see, Banelings are already here, which could be devastating from these Zerglings. Also, it's not bad against Zealots, and more Lings are on their way. Meanwhile, do we see anything special? No attack is coming up, because there is a very, very tense battle going on for this middle part. There is a lot of Zerglings and Banelings here, and Marauders trying to kite these zealots and lings, and they are doing a very good job at this. There is still very much left from them, and these banelings try to get hold of grasp on these units, and they can hit a few times this queen, but the queen survives, and these zerglings must make their way back. In the meantime, Stalker is on the way from Rakibusu, but okay, he could migrate from the lings away. Not really much health left for these marauders, but a very good micro for Pitonas. But unfortunately, these zerglings are now too fast for it, and nearly killing these two marauders. 14 and 4 health left, and Rakibusu reinforcing with stalkers and zealots. And we see the push from both sides is coming. It is more of a push for Denmark this time, but the Turkey team tries to defend. There is a war going on for this. Now there seems to be a bit of peace, a bit of ceasefire, but I'm sure these units are not gathering for just for do nothing here. They will be doing some nasty things here around in the near future. Meanwhile, more and more stalkers here, which are not especially good, neither against zerglings, neither against marauders, but the Predators has not really much of a choice this time, because zealots are not good either. Meanwhile, there are a lot of zerglings and banelings also. The marauders are make their way deeper and deeper into this dangerous death zone, where they are ambushed by zerglings. No, they are not ambushed by zerglings. The zerglings are ambushed by other zerglings, and now the marauders killing all these stalkers, and there is not pretty much they can do. If only they knew there is so low on health, these marauders, due to the stims and other units, and these low health marauders just fall like that. But it seems that the Rakibusu is not reinforcing, though he has the money, and he also are now reinforcing, but it will a little bit be late. There is not a really bright future for the Turkey team right now, I must say, though there is continuous production of units. The Denmark team has just seemed to be ruling this place, and always battling in larger numbers, even if they are probably even in income, more or less, as we see, though there is even they are a little bit behind on income, but as a good positioning and good battle micro they are, and unit composition, they are able to penetrate more and more deeper into their opponent's base. And now Rakibusu is really in a bad shape. Banelings destroying a lot of the probes, and marauders already destroying the pylon here, so no units really come out for Rakibusu, and Rakibusu is now around out of the game, and also beeswax exits, but no units for him also. The queen is gonna fall in minutes, but first the probes, of course. And here is the GG. This means the victory for Thade, Pythonas, and for the Denmark team. So we saw an interesting 2v2. Thanks for watching, and I will be back with other matches from these two teams. Thank you for watching once again.